Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with Michaela singing, that means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of May the 18th, 2026. Brian and Michaela with you, and we are getting awfully close to Memorial Day weekend here in the United States, which serves as our unofficial welcome to the summer. So, welcome to summer, Michaela, I guess. How are you doing? Are you staying cool? All of a sudden, the heat went nuts, and we're going to need a good cocktail to combat it. But how are you doing? Are you ready? Are you summer ready, I guess?
I'm about as summer ready as a person is going to be. I think it is officially going to be like 92 degrees
Yeah.
in my outside of my house in about 2 hours. Uh, and I
Great.
feel like anytime it gets over 90 degrees, it's summer. So, this is like the fourth month of summer to Phoenix, Arizona, because it's 1,000 degrees out there. But yes, I am ready. I am ready to not do school stuff. Like I'm ready for that. I feel like the energy is like all the people that are under the age of 18 around me are like losing their minds because they're either just newly out of school or they're
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
counting down. And that is a weird time. I feel like this is just a very straight because you ready to jump into like I don't know, jump into summer, you're ready to jump into a lake, you're ready to do all the fun things, right?
Yeah.
But you're not quite there. And
You're
so I
not
don't know,
you're not
there's a
quite there, yeah.
restlessness.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember having like senioritis, they call it, right? Like back when we were like getting ready to
Yeah.
graduate from
Oh
from high
yeah.
school and you get like that last week. Uh where the time goes, where the time goes. Yeah, so we are into summer. We're ready to go. We're ready to celebrate and kick this thing off, and we're gonna kick it off with a most classically American cocktail of cocktails, I think. It's barely even a cocktail. It's just something you put in a glass and sip and enjoy. It's delicious. But it comes from the land of Tennessee, which is a place that we just were actually. And we may or may not have imbibed in a couple of drinks featuring some Jack Daniels while we're there. I can't really remember. But if you are going to be having some Jack Daniels this summer, you definitely need to have a Lynchburg Lemonade, which is the staple of the Jack Daniels catalog, I think. They even make a bottled version of the Lynchburg Lemonade, but it's not as good as making it for yourself.
No, nothing as good as making it for yourself. Let's be honest.
It's
But
not as
I
good as
will
having
say
someone make you one.
that is the actual best way. Is when somebody just brings it to you when they read your mind and they're like, "Here you go." But I was at a Jack Daniel's bar in Tennessee actually, and there's like seven or eight different Jack Daniels out there, which is so neat.
Oh yeah,
We should next time we're in Tennessee, we should go and check out the distillery and check all they
should
have there.
do.
But a Lynchburg lemonade, tell me about it, Brian, because I think that this is something that we've probably had before, um, but yet I have no idea what's in it.
Yeah, I think we've probably covered this on the lobby bar before, and I mean it's pretty much what it sounds like. Lynchburg, I believe, is the county that Jack Daniels is distilled in. So it's some Jack Daniels, number 7, and some lemonade. That's like the classic of classic. But if you're making one for yourself, you're probably going to want to jazz it up a little bit. If you order one at a bar, probably if maybe even if you get one like at Jack Daniels now, I don't really know for sure, but you're going to get it a little fancier, right? Instead of just some bottled, lemonade, or I think the original one might have called for like sweet and sour mix, which is fine. It's going to get the job done, especially if you're making these up for like a party or something like that. But this one here, it's pretty easy, pretty simple, and I actually have a fun way to change this up a little bit if you want to. So basically, what you're going to do, we're getting ready. It's summer. We might be going to the pool. We're going to be outside. I don't know. Grab yourself a red Solo cup, fill it with ice. And then put in 1 ounce of Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, number 7. Probably you could use whatever you want, but the number 7 that's the tried and true one. So go with that. 1 ounce of that. 1 ounce of triple sec. And then you're going to take a half an ounce of lemon juice. Basically, yeah, just eyeball it. It's summertime, right? Just like a half a lemon, juice that,
Yeah.
good to go. A half an ounce of simple syrup. Go ahead and give that a stir, and then you're going to top it with 4 ounces of lemon lime soda. Think Sprite, think 7 Up, something like that. Give it another zhuzh there, sip and enjoy. So that's it. I love the addition of the triple sec here because it gives it just a little bit kind of umptious, like orangey pop in there. It's not quite as like one note as just the lemonade sledgehammer in your face. But what do you think about this? What do you think about this simple little tasty summer treat?
It sounds like something that I would definitely partake in at the pool or on the beach or at a lake or something, looking at something pretty. Now, the cool thing about this too, like you said, you've got to wait. You've had some ideas of how to doctor it up, but just changing out the whiskey because Jack Daniel's makes a blackberry that I just
Hmm.
had
Hmm.
for the first time. Believe it or not, I've had it in my cabinet for 6 months, but I just tried it. I like last week I tried it, and it's pretty delicious. And so it adds
Yeah.
like a berry citrus flavor to it, which is really fun.
Now, it's funny you mentioned that because I was reading an article about this today, and they suggested substituting the triple sec with Chambord, which is a raspberry liqueur.
Hmm.
So, hey, if you don't have the raspberry Jack Daniels there, or I'm sorry, the blackberry Jack Daniels there, you could do that, get the same there. But I wonder if that was like something people were doing, and Jack Daniels is like, I wonder if we just went ahead and made a whiskey of that variety right there, and then we could keep going with our Lynchburg lemonade with the blackberry style. So I don't know.
Yeah,
That
like
sounded
it.
pretty good, and you could play around with other like fruit flavors, right? Like if you had a strawberry liqueur or any like fancy liqueur, you could do that in place of the triple sec and just change up the flavor profile a little bit there, and then still go through with your homemade lemonade and your lemon lime soda. So that is the Lynchburg lemonade. I think it is perfect for the summer. Go ahead and mix one up, or if you have a good variation. Variation is not a word. If you have a variant of that, go ahead and send that our way. Let's talk about the box office here because we didn't have anything like crazy come out. Obsession was the big new release this week. It came in with $16.1 million. Pretty good opening there for Obsession, which comes in number three. But Michael goes back up to the top spot from third to first with another $26 million in its coffers. The Devil Wears Prada Part 2, $18 million coming in second. Mortal Kombat 2 and The Sheep Detectives actually has a really nice follow-up week here at another $9.3 million for The Sheep Detectives. Michaela, we're almost into summer, which means it is blockbuster season, but we've already had a bunch of blockbusters this year, right? We had Super Mario, like made like close to $1 billion, I think. Project Hail Mary made a truckload of money. We have
Mm.
Michael now, which is over $700 million worldwide, and The Devil Wears Prada Part 2 is going to tick over $550 million here probably sometime this week before this week's new release is going to come out. So I don't know. Let's what we talked about Obsession. We've talked about all these things. Any news or notes about the top five before we talk about the
I would
ultra
like to know
important thing this week?
the older boy. I would like to know how you enjoyed Mortal Kombat 2. We were supposed to see it, and I
Oh
did
yeah,
not
yeah, that's
because
true.
I'm a bad friend. But did you enjoy it? I was so excited to see it
Yeah, oh,
with
yeah.
you, and was it as terrible as it was supposed to be?
It was in my letterbox review. I said that it was terrible and it was amazing, which means that it is terribly amazing. So, yeah, Mortal Kombat Part 2. Was it any good? No, but was it very good? Yes. It did all the Mortal Kombat 2 things. Like it was nonsensical. Like there were crazy dialogue options that were made at some point in the edit or in the writing. I don't know. It was wild. It was bonkers. I think it was like less gory than the first one, to be honest. So there was that. That's interesting. And yeah, I think they're just going to keep, riding out this Mortal Kombat universe there from Warner Brothers. You can go listen about Mortal Kombat on Drink to Video Games, shameless plug, right there. And it talks about the importance of Mortal Kombat, the brand for Warner Brothers, saying it's as important as Harry Potter and I don't know, the other things that it done. So there you go. So there you go. Mortal Kombat 2, it's fun. Check it out. Check it out. If you don't want to check it out because you're going to be busy this weekend, that's because you're going to be going to see Mandalorian and Grogu. That's where we're going to be opening day. We have our tickets secured. We are ready to go. We've got little Grogu Nilla wafers in hand for our cocktail. It's going to be a fun one coming up. You looking forward, Michaela? It's 2019 was the last time we saw a new Star Wars movie in the movie theater.
That's true. That's true. No, I'm super excited. I'm super excited about it. This month feels pretty amazing because we had our May the 4th. We're having we secured Star Wars celebration tickets for like 2037.
Hmm.
So that's
Hmm.
exciting. I feel like all the stars are kind of aligning. Did you see what I did there? See what I did there?
Yeah.
All
Oh
the
yeah.
stars are aligning, and so I'm super excited to be watching this. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I really am. I'm probably more excited for this than I have been for almost any Star Wars movie that came out. Maybe.
Okay. Oh wow. Oh
I
wow.
I,
Okay.
I mean that's quite a bit. I was really excited when The Force Awakens began. That whole
I
like
was gonna say
the
because you weren't a big Star Wars or probably when the Phantom Menace came out. I mean, no more than anyone else. So that would have been not lost on you. I mean, you certainly would have gotten swept up into it, but you weren't like a diehard like Star Wars fan. You were watching
Right.
for the boys and not The Empire Strikes Back 100 times. So yeah, so that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm very excited for it. I tried my best to like temper my excitement level for this movie, but it's been amped up here over this past month. So yeah, definitely going to be excited to go see that. And we're going to talk about the Ewok adventure film, The Battle for Endor, over on our Patreon. We just did The Bride on Patreon. Last month, we're going to be doing the Ewok, the Battle for Endor over there. We've got our hangout coming up here in the next week or so. So check out patreon.com/drink the movies if you want more information on how to support the podcast and get a bunch of cool bonus stuff. Mandalorian and Grogu, that's the big one. We also have Welcome to Wrexham. That is back out now for its fifth season, I think. Go ahead and watch that. It gets you in the business mindset. Maybe it'll get you ready for the World Cup, which is just a few weeks away from starting up. So there you go. You have that. And Project Hail Mary, if you missed that in the theaters, you can rent it now. Amazon's going to keep milking that one out as long as they can before it ends up on Prime for free eventually. But go ahead and pay $20 for it. I think it'll be fun to watch that again at home. Last week we talked about The Devil Wears Prada. This week we are talking about one of the great achievements, I think, of animated filmmaking in Shrek. So looking forward to that on its 25th anniversary. And looking forward to Lynchburg Lemonade right now, to be honest, Michaela, because yeah, that 92 degrees is coming in hot and fast. So with that, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for the Lobby Bar. Stay tuned. We've got a bunch of fun stuff coming up for the summer of blockbusters. So many good movies coming out this year. So check that out, and we'll be back next week in the Lobby Bar.